What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. I finally settled the inner debate that I've been having with myself on how I wanted to do it. So for Christmas, my wife bought me this Holosun 407C green reflex sight. This is the solar model, one of the solar models, and I'll get into the details on this later, but I am wanting to mount it on this Remington 870. I've just posted a video about this gun. This gun was stolen from me about 6 years ago and was returned to me just before this past Thanksgiving. So I've completely redone it. My objective here is to turn it into the ultimate turkey gun. Obviously, this receiver is not drilled and tapped, and I didn't want to go that route. Just because, if I did it myself and I messed it up, or, trying to find somebody to do it, I just didn't want to go through all that. So I think I found the perfect solution, and it is a rib mount, red dot mount. So I've been looking for one of these, and there's not very many options out there. This is the True Glow dot optic mount universal shotgun rib mount, and it fits ribs 6mm to 10mm. The only other option I found out there was one by Meadow Creek Mounts, and it was about the same price, but this one was on Amazon and I knew I could get it fairly quickly, and turkey season is moving in on us pretty quick, so I wanted to go ahead and get this done, and this one looked like a very viable option. So today we're going to be installing this and see what she looks like. Let's go. So last year I posted a video. I've got a Remington 870 20 gauge that I put a Jebs Headhunter turkey choke on, and did some patterning with it, and it did really well with some federal TSS. So once I get this on and get my Jebs Headhunter in for that, should be here Monday, we're going to be doing some patterning there too, so stay tuned for that. So the mount is all metal design, and you can see on the bottom there it's got two cross member mounts there, if you will. Those are going to go up under the rib. On the side it's got two on each side centering set screws, so that's going to help us get our center right, hopefully get this thing dead on. So it comes with 3 Allen wrenches and 2 screws. These 2 screws are going to be to mount the red dot onto the plate, and your Allen wrenches are going to be to tighten everything up. That being said, we have got our torque wrench here in inch-pounds, and we are going to torque everything down like it's supposed to be so we can get the most out of our red dot. So I'm going to read these instructions real quick so I can make this as quick and painless as possible for you guys and jump right into the install. Alright, so we've read our instructions, and I'm just going to hit a couple of details with you. So on the back here, you'll see True Glow, and that's going to go back towards the shooter. You will see 2 lines right here, one on the front, one on the back, and also a little arrow on each end. You can barely see that arrow below True Glow right there. And what that's for is to help you kind of center it up on the rib. As you're centering it, you can tighten up these set screws, and if you see a little bit of white in there, that is some nylon tips on the set screws, so it'll keep from marring up the rib on your shotgun. Once you get it centered up, then you go ahead and tighten down your cross members here. Then you're ready to attach your red dot. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use our Birchwood KC Echo that we got in our Hunt Vault box a couple months ago. Put our shotgun up in here. Now, another thing they mention in the instructions is they want you to straddle these posts in the rib. So what they mean is there's, on the underneath side, there's pillars that go from the barrel to the rib. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and take your cross members off. I call them cross members for lack of better words, but crossbar, whatever. So we'll go ahead and take these off, set them to the side, And so I want this as far back as possible. So I'm going to take this straight edge and I want to just check the top of this rib here. I was going to try to use this rib post here, but I don't think that it's wide enough for me to get that through there anyway. And plus, the rib starts kind of angling down towards the receiver about middle ways between this post and this post. So we're going to use this post here. We'll go ahead and put our cross members up under there. Just kind of let it rest for a second. And then we'll make sure our true glow is to the back. And then we'll go ahead and set it in there. Go ahead and attempt to get this started. And you don't want to tighten these up. You want to wait till you get it good and centered first. But we're just going to get it started. So I was kind of worried that this was going to be a little bit bulky, but from the looks of it, I don't think I'm going to have to worry much about that. It's actually pretty slim. So I've got all 4 screws started. I'm going to push this all the way forward because the recoil is going to push back, which is going to make the sight want to go forward, and I don't want that to happen. So we'll go ahead and take our Allen key here, and we will go ahead and start centering up. Now, I'm going to be a little bit extra here and see if we can get it super centered. That is pretty much perfectly centered. So we will go ahead and tighten down our cross members here. Get each side just kind of bumped down. So now that we got it kind of bumped down, we're going to go ahead and check our center again. That is pretty good right there. All right. So go ahead and bump down our set screws real good. All right, so now that we've got this good and centered, probably can't really tell there, we're going to go ahead and torque it down. And each one of these screws is going to be at 10 inch-pounds. We're set at 10 inch-pounds. Do a crisscross pattern. Now we'll move to the ones on the side. There we go. Now she's all torqued down, ready to go. That's what she looks like. Really slim, really low profile. I am definitely digging that. So we're going to go ahead and pull out our red dot, and we'll go over some of the features of it, and then we'll go ahead and get it mounted. All right, so I'm pretty excited about this daggum red dot here, or green dot. My wife surprised me with it for Christmas, and pretty happy with it. So it's a little fella. I don't know if you can see the green dot. Love the solar option. So I'll give you some of the details of this guy. Green reticle, 2 MOA, 3 modes, auto, manual, and lockout. Has a solar panel. Takes a CR1632 battery with side mount battery tray. So you just take that one screw out right there on the side, pull that tray out, put your battery in, good to go. 50,000 hours of battery life at setting 6. Memory function and motion sensor, 10 DL and 2 NV brightness settings under manual mode. Not sure what that means, but CNC milled 7075 aluminum housing, push buttons, IPX7 waterproof, and parallax free. So when you get it, it comes with 2 sets of 4 screws. I won't be needing those today. and it comes with this key. And so what this is for, it's got a Torx on one side for the screws that come with it, and the other side is kind of like a flathead to adjust your elevation and windage, as well as open your battery door there. So let's quit fooling around and get this thing installed. I won't be needing that key there. The only thing I'll need right now are these two screws and the green dot. So we'll just rest her up on there. Figure out what size we need. Alright. We're also going to torque this down to 10 inch-pounds. So she is mounted. That is a lot lower profile than what I anticipated. So that is awesome. Pretty doggone cool. The only other option that I had really besides the rib mount was the Burris Speed Bead, and that was actually a pretty good option. I just already had the red dot, so I didn't want to buy another red dot specifically for the mount. You know, if I had a Burris Fastfire 3 already, then the mount is like $75, and basically what it does is it goes between your receiver and your stock. It's a little plate that goes in between there, so you take your stock off, put your plate on, and then put your stock back on, and then it mounts right here. So that would have been a pretty good option, you know, to put your red dot closer to you. But I mean, that right there is really good. It's really easy to throw up and see your dot. So I am loving that. So anyway, that is all we've got today. That is our Holosun 407C green mounted on our Remington 870 with our rib mount True Glow dot optic universal rib mount. So very easy and effective way to mount a red dot to your shotgun. So I can't wait to get this thing in the field and put that green dot on a turkey. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time in Rob's Man Cave.